This video is for the empaths. Keep watching.
Yeah. I'm inspired. I'm inspired.
Hey there guys, how's it going? My name is Sumedh Chatterjee from the Flow Zone Academy, and I'm a flow state coach, which means that I help you feel better and perform better. If this is your first time watching, welcome to the channel. Flow must stay, the flow in me sees the flow in you. Now, if you are a highly sensitive person or an empath, right? You gotta understand a few things to protect your energy, straight up, okay? And I basically wanted to start this channel also for the guys, because a lot of guys that I speak to, they don't know anything about rejuvenation or self-care, like for real. It's just like, hey, you want to go to the sauna, right? That's the best kind of idea of self-care that a guy has. But if you talk to a very, very conscious female, you will notice she takes like ritual baths. Okay, do you know what a ritual bath is, bro? I had no idea earlier, right? It's where you put like herbs and like, different bath bombs and like sorts of like crystals, everything together to try to like make your shower experience or bath experience more ritualistic, more sacred, right? Or just like knowledge about candles and incense and sage and Palo Santo and all this kind of stuff, right? You can do that. I'm gonna give you guys the simplified way in what I do. Hopefully this is gonna help you out and clear your aura up if you're just have any negative entities attaching to you or any energy that's kind of leeching off of you. This is just a good protective measure in terms of keeping your energy clean. So the first thing is just the empath mantra. If you don't know the empath mantra, there's two of them, main ones. You probably heard a few of these before in other videos, but I think it's just helped every single highly sensitive person or any healer who can like intuit or feel people's energies, right? The mantra is very simple. What's mine is mine, what's theirs is theirs. What's mine is mine, what's theirs is theirs. What's mine is mine, what's theirs is theirs. Okay? So keep repeating this 4 or 5 times before you socialize. Also, observe, don't absorb. Observe, don't absorb. For the second one, you're kind of becoming the cause point, right? And you are the one deciding to be the witness in that situation rather than immediately going with your conditioned response or like some sort of an angry outburst. So emotions are energy in motion, right? So you got to keep your energy and emotions clean, and you got to understand your emotions, right? This is where mindfulness is very, very beneficial for all empaths, right? If you can practice mindfulness, which means what am I seeing right now? What am I hearing right now, right? For right now in this video, there's cars that you hear down on the street below, right? You hear different things, and it's like being a part of the environment, the little beeping noises and things like that, right? That's mindfulness, right? You smell maybe a Krispy Kreme donuts like a mile away, and you get that little waft of it as you're turning the corner of the street. That's mindfulness, right? So as an empath, you're just picking up all of these energies and frequencies. Just be conscious and be aware. Beware, but be aware. What's mine is what's theirs is theirs, right? So what are you feeling? Are you feeling frustration? Is that your frustration, or is that something that you just took off of somebody else? If you took their emotion, that's theft, bro. You better put it down, okay? So honestly, this is the way that I think about it, right? You got to really have this internal representation of safety at your core, and going from the back of your mind to the back of your heart is a very quick way to restabilize yourself. Like almost, I imagine I'm at the center of a merry-go-round watching the chaos spin, right? And that's the observer mode. So when you're being impacted by another person's energy, they're venting out to you, you could be like, hey, listen, I understand that this is really important to you and you need to express this to me, and I really appreciate that you chose me to express it to. However, right now, I am not able to hold or integrate this space for you because I'm going through a lot as well, and I need to sit with myself for a while and rejuvenate. is it okay that we revive this conversation, let's say a week from now? You're allowed to do that, right? Like, it's straight up. Just be straight up with your communication and set healthy boundaries. Like, that's the main thing, right? And just understand you can set healthy boundaries with people. Okay, energetically, oracally speaking, okay? I'm gonna sound like Dexter right now, straight up, about all these mystical, tools and stuff I'm getting. I'm kind of a mad scientist with this. You guys get that, right? In terms of altered states and, getting in the zone. So I'm friends with like huntresses, warlocks, shamans, Jedis, juggernauts, werewolves, vampires, electric eels. I don't know, man. Like, I'm friends with so many different types of mythologies and avatars, right? And a lot of them give me different advice. So this advice that I got primarily, it might be from a sorcerer friend or something, but I once heard that sea salt is really good. So what I did is I got myself a sea salt soap, right? I'm gonna get some actually right now. It's just so quick in releasing that, keeping that aura clean in a sense, because there's something very, very cleansing about it, like the exfoliation, of course, but then you just get this sense of protection. And just rub it all over your body, right? Get a body wash kind of soap that has sea salt in it. Very powerful stuff. And if you can just get some sea salt, you can put it in the bathtub and, take a little bit of a, dip in there. That could also be a good way to cleanse. I found that to be one of the quickest ways to actually deal with it. Another quick way is to use quadables. Quadable integrity, obviously, it's a channel for different frequencies, vibrations, and healing sounds and binaurals. They really inspired me to create my channel, Shellas and Tones. So, it has a particular file in there which is an auric cleanser. That's a good like file to listen to before you listen to any other file, straight up, because you want your aura to be clean to really start to get those results, right? You might be stuck in a lower vibration based off of some like thing that's leeching off of your energy, okay? Some thought form that's just there and it's not helpful to you, okay? So that's a really good one to do. Clapping. I love clapping. Tell me this, what's your favorite color? Imagine that favorite color as your aura. Just close your eyes, imagine it's at your aura. Then call upon any guides or any, higher beings that you want to help protect you, any angels, right? I quite like the depiction of angels in the Bible. They're quite cool. Anyway, close your eyes, right, and just imagine you have this force field around you. And all negative energy just stops at the edge of the border of that spherical object surrounding you. It's almost like it cannot enter. It cannot enter that force field. So it's like a shield. And the way you activate the shield is one hand over your heart. So we got to get militant with this approach, right? We're in the streets, some negative energy comes walking towards us with spewing negative energy, right? We excuse ourselves, shields up. Force field. Okay? This is a really quick visualization and thing that you can do. Anytime. That's the beauty of this. It's portable. Humming also protects you. These things protect you, right? Sage, obviously, or like, Palo Santo or incense in your environment just cleanse the space up a little bit. At least it cleanses the mystical realm, right? It doesn't cleanse this realm, so you're not really seeing the effect in this realm. So if you're feeling like, is anything happening? You're not gonna tell because it's invisible to you what's happening. So empaths come from the word empathy, right? And so it's good to be empathetic, right? It's a gift. It's a psychic gift. You're here to change the world with it. You're not there to sit there and feel sorry for yourself. Straight up, right? If you have this gift to be intuitive, you got to use it to help people. And helping people will also raise your vibration, which again is a protective mechanism because, I think of it, if I'm helping more people, I'm also aligning and raising my own frequency, right? And of course, you don't want to do it just for that, right? Because then it doesn't become autotelic. If you're like, oh, I'm going to help someone just to raise my frequency, right? Doesn't work. It's like if you go out like, I'm going to meet my girlfriend tonight. Like, it never happens, right? But if you're like, I'm going to go have lots of fun, you might end up meeting someone, right? So that's the thing. It's like, you don't want your intention to be super skewed either, right? And a lot of these things, your intention has got to be clear. Your intention has got to be clear. Like, this is what I want. This is what I'm doing. This is where I'm going. And once you know that, you have a solid self, a solid boundaries. A lot of empaths that I meet, yo, bro, chill out with the driving. A lot of empaths that I meet, right? They have no awareness of self. They're like, I don't know who I am, and I don't know what I'm supposed to do. And hey, that might be from, past trauma, different numbness, right? A lot of different things in the past or whatever it is that's going on with you. But start to understand that if that is your narrative, that I don't know who I am and I don't know what's going on with me, and I don't know where I'm going, you are in that frequency of, you're just absorbing other people's stuff at this point. That's why you're so confused. You get what I'm saying? Like, you're absorbing that person's storyline, that, and then you're like, what's my storyline? Right? And you don't want to go to that place. Trust me. You want to get to this. If you are way too empathetic, right? Or not way too empathetic, but way too much in that sensitivity, right? You got to train yourself to hold your own. This is why meditation is great, right? Because when you're meditating, you're realizing, hey, wait a minute, I'm feeling sad about something. Where does this sadness locate? And, again, you don't have to go on that rabbit hole all the time when you're meditating. People have different preferences, right? So if you give yourself the intention of, I want to look at this specific emotion, and I want to just keep it in my mind throughout my meditation, to try and figure out what I'm going to do with it. That's valid, man. That is valid. You can do that. But just beware that you're not just ruminating on that thing over and over again. You see what I'm saying? So you want the positive outcome or the light on the other side. So when you sit down to set an intention, don't just be like, I'm going to go into this one emotion now. I'm going to feel all my anger. And then tomorrow I'm going to feel all my anger again. No. It's like, feel the anger, but be open to the possibility that the anger can shift into momentum. The anger can shift into something else. Don't be so attached to this is how anger is supposed to look like. And we get super rigid in terms of our emotions, and we're like, oh, I feel confusion, that means I'm confused. No, there could be an underlying emotion, an emotion above, right? Emotion underneath. There might be layers of emotions. So this is how we differentiate, right? This is how we become more critical, more logical as people. And we're causing that hemisphere sink. So we are not overly emotional. We're also a little bit logical too. And we're just seeing things as facts. When you can see something just baseline, like as a fact, without any emotion involved, you start to take a lot of power over yourself, and you start to have that stoic mindset as well at the same time. It's like there's no extra assumptions or judgments or, emotional entanglements or enmeshments anymore, right? So straight up, I hope this video helped you out today. Shout out to all the empaths out there. I feel you. Hope you feel my energy today in the blazing sun. Thank you so much. Surya, let's get it. Upward Spiral Gang. Om Surya Namah. Hit that subscribe button. May the flow be with you.